Hello and welcome everybody. Today we're going to be doing a quick little video. It's really just talking about the Jeeps, where they are in our builds, what we're looking to do with them. Hopefully we'll get out to Uwharrie with some of the more things. Wow.
With some of the more
things. All right, we're back at it again. Krispy Kreme. The Jeep here is a 2021 Jeep Wrangler JLR. It's got the 3.6 liter and the 6-speed manual in it. In terms of what tires and rims we have, we've got the Falcon Wild Peak MTs. These are 35-inch tires, as well as the Fuel Covert D114s. So they are a true beadlock as well. The ring is totally removable. You can refinish it, repaint it, etc. Little 9mm stubby boys in terms of the actual valve stem covers there. Winch on the front is a Warren VR8000. It's a little bit older, still uses GL cable, if I could even talk, but
GL cable.
Haven't had to use it on the trails yet, but I did try to rewind it a little bit. Need to do it better. And then underneath that, I'm really proud of the new Moore. So that's Mountain Off-Road Enterprises right there. The only thing is you have to notch two little tabs. There's part of the Fab 4's bumper right here has a little piece of bracket that you need to cut a notch around, and same for over there. But I've hit the little pegs that hold the original factory skid plate on. Took the old fog lights out of the original plastic bumper and fit them into the Fab 4's bumper. So in the back you can fit two bolts that are 832s in there, kind of in this corner, and in this corner in the back of the bumper you can fit them in there. So they fit really well. You can get a bracket for them to fit them in, but you don't actually need that. I didn't really talk about the D-rings. There's nothing special about the D-rings except that I have managed to kerfudgel them up quite a bit on obstacles. That's mainly Poser Rock right there.
It's because your bumper sticks out so damn far.
Underneath the Jeep, you can see we've got diff skids. Well, you can't see it in the back necessarily, but front and rear diff skids from Rancho. Easy bolt-on mods. See, it's gotten quite the skid plate usage there. Still have the OEM Mopar 1.5-inch Rubicon Lift. It's been serving pretty well here. We definitely maxed out the travel on it quite a few times, but have the 3.5-inch Rock Crawler Adventure Series lift that needs to go on here. Just haven't found the time. It's still sitting in the garage, unfortunately. We need to find the time to do that. Look at those little end links. They're so small.
I know, they're puny.
Compared to her end links, we'll put her end link right beside this.
Yeah.
But this is a very tiny end link right there.
It's puny.
It's so little.
Yeah. There's
also going to be an oil pan skid that I need to put on. Just got that again from Moore. I actually did hit the oil pan on the backside of Daniel one time. Hit it so hard that the horn went off. Yeah, it was.
I do that a lot.
It was quite a strange experience. One of the most recent things that I worked on here, not a very difficult mod, but putting on the Motobuilt Crusher bumper here. So I'd gotten it off a guy on Facebook Marketplace, had gotten it powder coated through DJ Powder Coating over in Winston, Kernersville area. But pretty easy mod. There's really 8 bolts that you do to put that on there. A pretty good mod, all things considered. I've seen other bumpers where if you hit the corners of it, it'll flex up into the tub. That didn't happen for me. I haven't had that issue at all, and I've hit it quite a bit on the backside of Daniel. I need to put a new tire carrier on here. Got the spare tire just chilling in the back here. It'll eventually get better once I find some time to get the old Terraflex tire carrier I have. Got fire extinguisher, my bag, which is sagging a little bit. We've got all the recovery gear in there. We've got a toolkit up there. Got jumper cables, flashlight, sunblock, emergency air compressor, regular shovel. We've got Husky liners here for the bed. We've got the trail rail system as well, so you can, from the factory, get these little pieces that you can push and then slide around and latch to certain things. Haven't quite used it as much as I thought I would. I've been told by the wife that there's one thing that the 2-doors have that the 4-doors don't, and she's a little jealous of. All comes down to this little light right here in the back. The 4-doors do have the little JL in Morse code that the 2-doors do not.
You can do a strategic tailpipe squish.
Yeah.
Which will increase your clearance
angle.
a little bit.
rear diff skid in there, as well as these Artec ones, which are taking quite a beating on those LCAs. And then the shock. Poor shock.
Oh, rip shock.
Rip shock.
It's still clacking along.
Still clackalacky.
Mm-hmm.
No brokeacky or something. Need to go and actually finish putting the fenders back on. If you remember way back, we did the fender removal, Mercy removal. Long story short, we are at Gulch's and we needed to take them off, otherwise they were going to get ripped off on the trail. So in order to put them back on, you can either buy more of the Jeep little plastic brackets that hold them in, or you can drill out the holes, and Artec has a kit where you can drill out these and put nutserts in there, and then you can bolt the fenders back on. And same for the inners. I've got to put the Artec inners on here. Most of the mods on the inside are done for right now. Really the only mod in here was the radio holder for the Baofeng radios. That's something that was like 15-20 bucks on Amazon, pretty cheap. And you've also got the Sunrider. I guess you could call that a mod, which again, we've got videos on the Sunrider. Also have a Ultimate 9 iDrive, formerly iDrive here, the Patriotic Freedom Edition. In this, we also have got the Taser JL Mini.
Excuse me.
One thing that's different on the 21s versus the 18 is that we've got an Off-Road Plus button. The Off-Road Plus button is something that they didn't have in the older Jeeps. It's supposedly a way to lock just your rear axle, and so you can do more Baja style Jeeping, but it's not a Raptor. I don't know why you would want to use that. This little cover right here is thicker than on the 18s.
And it doesn't freaking go up all the way.
And it doesn't go up all the way.
Which drives me insane.
Also the tow package on this Jeep. So we've got the 4 aux switches. Haven't hooked them up to anything, but what's cool about them is not only can you control the switches, but you can actually change the switch behavior in terms of a toggle on or hold it on. So you press it and it's on, and then when you let it off, it's off. Or you can change it so that it's a sticky, so you press the switch and it stays on, and then press it again to turn off. There's a wire bundle underneath the dash here. You can pull wires and connect accessories like CB radios or whatever else you want to put in the cabin. There's also a bundle right next to the battery and the fuse box that you can get access to. Inside's a little dirty right now. Need to clean that. The most important mod, of course, being the Uwari Sasquatch sticker. That's the real mod here. Mm-hmm. And now we'll go over there.
The little loading. The little loading circle is spinning. You know, when you like
when you click it a bunch and it goes white.
And it like grays out for a second.
Do you want to wait for the task or close it now?
Wait. Don't shut me down. So this is my Jeep. I'll start off with what it actually is. It's a 2018 Jeep JL Wrangler Rubicon JLUR. It's an unlimited. It has about 40,000 miles on it right now. No issues whatsoever. It's a 3.6, so I have the manual. Yeah, got it when I had about like 8 miles on it. I currently have a Rock Crawler 2.5-inch lift. I have the Rock Crawler twin tube shocks, the nothing special 2.5-inch Rock Crawler coils. I have a Rock Crawler track bar. However, I need to replace the bushings, so it's not on my Jeep. All of my control arms are upgraded as well. Those are the Rock Crawler X Factor control arm kit. And then I also have these lovely beefy AF No Limits sway bar end links, also Rock Crawler. We do have an install video for that as well. Up front we have my super special OEM steel bumper with the worn winch plate. Don't get the worn one, get the Artec one. And I have my lovely Made in USA worn VR10 winch. I've only had to use it once.
We're looking to get synthetic cable because it's steel cable right now.
Yeah. I have my high lift jack here. We've had to use this sort of once, but not really. I also have the crappy Amazon special high lift mount. Don't get these. They're bad. They're rusting. This needs to come off. I have true beadlocks. They're KMC XD 232s. 5 of them. I do have a full-size spare as well. And then I have Falcon Wild Peak MTs 37s. They look a mite squishy. I should probably check them because they look squishy.
What's the story behind these particular 37s and how you got them?
I ordered them brand new through Falcon. They were super duper back ordered, like super duper duper back ordered, and I got kind of tired of it. And then I was looking around on Facebook Marketplace and I found that a guy was selling a set of 5, and I was like, I'm getting those. So a couple days later we drove like 4 hours and picked him up and then drove back. And this is my Amazon special antenna as well.
Little stubby.
Yeah.
You're rated for the mall.
Oh yeah. And then I have the Bestop Trektop Nx, which is well, it's a fastback, but they call it a slant back. This comes in a Ultra, which is a fold all the way back, but for me, the Sunrider just folds back and that's it. This can't actually fold all the way back. I prefer the look of this one, so I'm fine with it. I don't mind it. Coming around to the back, bumper's OEM, nothing special going on there, but my rear tire carrier, this is the Cav Fab Tailgate Reinforcement. Well, tailgate reinforcement, and it's also a hinge replacement. Most tailgate reinforcements are a panel that attach to the OEM hinges, but this actually replaces the OEM hinge inside the body. So get that one. It can handle a true beadlock, a 40-inch tire, plus a small person. So yeah. And it allows for relocation of your license plate as well, and moves the backup camera. Yeah. And this is my one beadlock that's green, because this one's like 1.5 years newer than the others.
Yeah.
I have a rear diff cover, Cav Fab. Cav Fab makes straight beef. I also have the Artec lower control arm skids as well.
Right there. It's all dirty, but there and doing work. You've also got those RK adjustable rear end links too.
Yes, yes. The No Limits sway bar end links, that's the front and the rear kit. Alright, we're gonna go inside. I've got leather seats, and because we live in North Carolina and I wear shorts, I don't want to be roasted alive, so I have a neoprene seat cover. I have a Ultimate 9 throttle controller, formerly known as iDrive, green of course. I have a JL Taser Mini underneath here. I have the bullet point mounting solutions phone holder. I also use this to hold my mic for my two-way radio. I have put a little magnetic back on it. Oh, this is my JCR overhead molly panel. It's pretty nice. I can put some stuff on it. I currently have my med kit there. And I have the same two-way radio mount that Chaz has over there. I have the innovative AT Products kit for installing the ARB twin compressor underneath my passenger seat, which is fantastic, and I highly recommend it. We have an install video for that as well.
Anyways, there's the compressor. You've got your switch and then other hose connection.
I guess quick on the inside. I've got a shovel here. I've got everything for airing down in here. Programmable deflators, as well as the little gauges. I've got cell phone power bricks over there. I've got hand sani. I have a recovery strap, fire extinguisher, of course. I have different gears as well. I have Revolution 488s, whereas Chaz still has the OEM 410s. And I chose the 488s because I am a sick, so I have 6 gears, so I only needed 488s, but a lot of other people probably would have gone to 513s. Yeah, so my goal build was 37s on a 2.5-inch lift. And I'm currently in the process of painting my tie rod and drag link because my steering is currently OEM. So I'm going to change that out. And I also have a new steering stabilizer, a new Steer Smarts one. I want to do the fender cut kit from American Adventure Labs, same as Chaz. Need to install the Artec fender liners front and rear.
All right, so you're gonna go cold start this more or less. Here's the Dyno Max. Sounded good. For literally just being a muffler delete, it sounds really, really good. Zoom. All right. You can hear the nice and quiet whisper of the 3.6 when it starts.
If Rachel doesn't leave a whip snake comment, I'm coming after her. Yeah, let's hear what the smush tailpipe sounds like.
Anyways, thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Woot!